Welcome to this day of survival. DayZ is an unforgiving survival game, oftentimes with a high entry learning curve. Today we revisit what it feels like to be a Bambi in DayZ with Dimension 119, a play with barely any time in game. I find that oftentimes that many people have an idea of what DayZ is based off of what they've seen from streamers and YouTube videos, but they don't necessarily see all the game's core features.
So when I first heard about DayZ, it was back when I was only playing console. So any information I had came from other people that played console. So I thought DayZ was more of like a mixture of like 7 Days to Die, Left for Dead, things like that.
That is very interesting that you kind of like thought it was like a mixture of 7 Days to Die and what other game?
Like Left for Dead, because I thought it was just about fighting hordes of zombies while you're building this kind of like base and a place to survive. I guess State of Decay is maybe a better example.
I could see some similarities there and everything else. So, like, do you like those kind of games? Is that why you decided to play DayZ with me and Jarl, or is it kind of like me and Jarl coached you into playing it with us?
DayZ is a game I wanted to play while I was still playing on console, but I never had a solid group to play with. And it's one of those games that I have more fun playing in a group than I do just soloing. Now, I do have fun soloing now that I've got some experience, but back in the beginning, it's a game that I didn't really like to solo because I died all the time.
It's a very harsh and repeatable experience because of the death. You're always dying in DayZ, and this leads to many people rage quitting or being annoyed the first time playing the game because they just keep going down. I mean, like, you experienced this quite often, didn't you?
Yeah, I die all the time in DayZ still now, and I don't have that many hours, but I feel like I've gotten a lot of experience from that first game we played versus now, but I still die all the time. I don't ever boot up DayZ without preparing to die multiple times. It's just the way it is. That's the way of the game. It's the way it's played. It's just what happens. Um my first hour I didn't die a lot. But I had
Oh.
you, yeah, I had Red, and I had Jarl all teaching me things and basically keeping me alive, feeding me, finding water for me, teaching me how to make stone knives out of two stones. Like all that stuff was done for me slash taught to me. So it was easy for me to stay alive for that first hour. It was after that first death, after that, that it got bad because then I was on my own trying to find you guys.
I forget what led to your first death, but it was hilarious. I remember us teasing you about it because it was just so funny that it actually like led to all of our deaths actually. Like I think we ended up getting to a fight or something.
Cooking led to my first death. Someone teaching me how to cook, and I'm sitting there at this campfire with my feet kicked back, and I'm just roasting this meat. You know, I'm turning it nice. I'm trying to get a good sear going on both sides. It's looking delicious. It's smelling delicious. And then I hear Jarl
I
and
can
Red
smell it.
start. Yeah, exactly. I hear Jarl and Red start to fight in the background, and I hear them talking about an enemy, and I'm like, it's fine. It sounds like it's one thing. They'll be okay. I don't know how to fight yet. I'll just get in the way or get hurt or hurt them. So I'm just going to sit here and finish cooking. This is what they taught me how to do. This is what they told me to do. I'm doing this. And then I start getting berated because I think Jarl goes down first, and I start getting berated, and I just hear Dimension, are you not helping us? Are you not helping fight? And so finally I throw my stick down and I get up and I go to try to help Red fight, and Red drops. And then shortly afterwards I drop. And we all died because I was cooking fish or something.
I remember that because I had died previously before you guys, and I finally got to where you guys had died to see if I could recover gear. And the fire axe is sticking up out of the water because you got killed in shallow water. And it was like a grave marker for you guys. It was just absolutely awesome. Absolutely love it. But after the first death, did it become a little bit did you enjoy the game?
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed the game. I'm glad you didn't ask me if it became easier because it definitely didn't. But yeah, I still enjoy the game and I have a lot of fun.
Now, it's funny you say that it didn't get easier because I often find the learning curve in DayZ is more about being open minded and to the exploration of the game than it is about actually trying to figure out all of its mechanics. A lot of, honestly, I would have to say some common sense comes into play. And I often find that's what makes the game and many of its core features easier and more entertaining to understand.
Well, I think it's very important to learn the mechanics and learn how to use the tools and what tools you can make and what tools you need to find. But as far as survival goes, I think for a Bambi, a lot of it comes down to luck. If you don't get lucky at certain points, you're probably not going to survive for a while. I was telling you the other day, my latest character that I had after we streamed last time, you got off
Yeah,
stream and I kept going. I told my chat, "I'm gonna die. I'm prepared to die. I'm out of food. I'm out of water. I'm in the red health. I'm not gonna make it. There's no way I'm gonna possibly survive this." And I just happened to keep finding a little morsel of food here, a little morsel of food there, a little bit of water here, a little bit of water there. I
nice.
finally found a knife. I finally found a weapon. I found this and that. And it was all luck. It was just about going through these different houses and seeing what I could scrounge up and seeing what I could find that would help me survive. Found a shirt to make bandages.
It sounds like DayZ started clicking for you, right? Like you started to figure out how to survive a little bit longer and it became a little bit more interesting, correct? Like you started to have some of the puzzle pieces fall into place so you could start more enjoying the game rather than just constantly dying from food and hunger, right?
Yeah, I learned some of the places to look for food that you wouldn't normally look for food, fruit trees and things like that, mushrooms. Like I learned to keep my eyes open for things like that when I wasn't in a town. Normally I was just searching for buildings in towns to find all this stuff. And I still do that. As a Bambi, I still need to find those areas and find the different towns. I have no idea where I'm at anytime I spawn in DayZ, and I have no idea how to find the next town. I just grab a road or a trail or just set off in a direction. Okay, I'm going to go, I have a compass. I'm going to go north and I'm going to go north until I find a building. And that's how I find stuff to survive. But the longer I do things like that, the more I realize where to look for things or what buildings are worth searching and what buildings are worth overlooking. Because some of those buildings, you either find nothing in them regularly or you
Oh, I
find
know,
like
right?
a certain item or certain type of item in that certain building. So if I need food, I'm not going to go look in every apartment in the apartment buildings. I know that I'm going to probably find that more in the smaller houses.
Now, you said that this game, when you before you bought it, first initial impressions was like it was like a 7 Days to Die kind of Dead Island kind of thing to it. What do you think of DayZ now that you've like really got into it and had multiple deaths under your belt? And it sounds like Bambi's kind of clicking for you and how to survive early on.
The number one rule I have learned from DayZ is don't trust anyone. No one in DayZ can be trusted. They're gonna kill you. I don't care if it's an
Oh,
infected, I don't care if it's a random player you meet. Hey, secretly, I don't care if it's somebody you're actually playing with and in comms with. They're gonna kill you. Don't trust anyone. And it's funny, but it's also fun to me in that aspect because that leads to some of the funniest moments and the funniest deaths. The last time we played, I got run over by a Humvee.
yes, you did.
It's the
I
first time I've
remember
seen
hearing it.
vehicles.
Oh, look, there's a Humvee. Oh, they ran over me.
That's the first time I've seen. No, I take that back. That's like the second time I've seen running vehicles in the game, and it just happened to be running behind me and plowed me over. So when I respawned in that same city, and I hid in a corner for 10 minutes. I mean, that's DayZ.
Oh
That's
man.
how you survive as a Bambi. You just stay away from people.
And just for kicks and giggles, how many hours do you have in DayZ just for our viewers out there?
What I think less than 30,
Oh
maybe
man.
like 20 to 25.
You're like a newborn babe. It's cute.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, folks, thank you very much for joining us in our Bambi conversation and Dimension 119's take on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you follow Dimension 119 down below in our description. His link there. We are really happy to have him. And don't forget our producer, Red Falcon, in the background, and myself. Thank you for watching another episode of Sea of Survival. To talk for now.